Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to start by unboxing a not polished PR package. I feel like I haven't worked with not polished in such a long time or used their items because I've been so caught up on a lot of the new Kiara Sky stuff. So it was just so exciting to finally open this package. There's a lot of new items in here that they recently launched. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start to unbox everything. I cannot wait for you guys to see how the nails turned out and all of these amazing goodies that they sent over to me. So the first item I'm gonna start to show you guys is this metal embossed gel. And I've been seeing this everywhere. I love seeing those little, like, I don't know what it's called, but it kind of reminds me of like barbed wire, where they do like a really abstract design with it. And I just really love the way this looks. When I first opened it, I noticed how like chromy it was. It's super smooth. And I also feel like the more you just let it sit, the more like mirror-like it becomes. I did decide to give it a quick swatch so you guys can see it. But on the swatch, it kind of looks a little bit just like a regular silver grayish color. But I feel like the more you let it sit and just kind of let it settle, it becomes more of like a mirror chrome, and it looks so good. The next item I got is some Press It gel, which I'm so excited for. This is going to pair with their new Press It nails, so I cannot wait to show you guys about that. Of course, this is what you would use to apply it. It has a consistency, sort of like a builder gel. That way you have a long-lasting and durable nail set. Next, we have some more gel, which is just a matted top coat. I love their matte top coats. It is my favorite. It's all I use. I kind of have like 2 extra ones now, and I'm also running low on the one that I'm currently using, so yes, I love that. And then the next few items, we have these little duo sets where they have the gel polish and also a gel lacquer. I'm only going to be showing the gel polishes because that is just what I prefer to use. Like the gel polish, of course, is what you would use, and you have to cure it under a UV or LED lamp. And the bottles are always covered. You can never see what's inside of it because since it is a gel product, it needs to be protected compared to the gel lacquer, which is just, in my opinion, just like regular nail polish. And when you smell it, it also gives you like that regular nail polish smell. Those bottles are clear because it doesn't matter. You will need to let those air dry. So just for the sake of it, they are all the same colors, but I'm just going to show you guys the gel polishes. I don't have a lot of the not polished gels. I do have the entire collection of their disco gels. I believe they sent me that a while ago, and it's just like a really reflective glitter like gel polish. I really like them. They're really pretty, but it was just really nice to add a few more polishes into my not polished gel collection. The consistency feels amazing so far. I haven't used them just yet, but just from the bottle pull, I do like the consistency. Some of them, the pink one that I just showed was like a sheer color. It had a little bit of glitter in it, and I can't remember if I did swatch those in today's video, but I'm pretty sure I'll be getting to them soon. Then moving on to this next item here was one of the items I was really excited about because I saw 𝚙𝚘, I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but not polished 𝚙𝚘, she used this in like a video on Instagram, and it was when the like 3D designs was like really popular. I've tried the flex gel from Kiara Sky. I tried to use like builder gel or rhinestone glue to create 3D nails, and it was just not really working. The Kiara Sky Flex It Gel is really good. However, I did find something that works a little bit better for me, which was the Macart like Glux glue thingy. I don't know how you like say it, but I'll put it up on the screen or link that video where I used it in the cards if you want to check it out. So when I saw her use it, I was like, this is going to be so great. And also I love the fact that it is in a tube like polygel, which I am very familiar with. And so I just wanted to squeeze a little bit out on my hand and just try it a little bit. However, it was just like really sticky. You see me rolling it For the first time, it got really sticky on like the fingertip parts of my gloves, so I had to change them. I wanted to give it another try, maybe not add too much pressure so it doesn't get super warm, but again it did the same exact thing. I'm not sure if it is because of the weather. It has been really hot lately, and where I do my nails it does get a bit warmer sometimes. This nail polish sculpted, it kind of reminds me of just like a thicker version of polygel. It doesn't give me like that really thick consistency that you would go for if you want to try 3D nail art. So I'm not going to try it in today's video, but I do plan to use it in another video. So of course I'll be giving you guys my full and honest and more in-depth opinion and a little tutorial. Moving on to this next item here is just some rhinestone glue. I love this container that it's in. It has like the smaller brush, and it also has a little squeeze nozzle, sort of like a really small needle. And I love that because when it comes to applying rhinestones and gems, I do like to add my top coat on first, and then I'll go back and add on my rhinestones. And if getting in like those really precise spaces that you would like, it's just gonna be really helpful because I do not like that buildup around like my rhinestones and charms. So I cannot wait to see how it holds up. The next item I'm gonna show is a nail art brush, and I've been really wanting to try some of the not polished liner brushes. The one that I have here is the XL, and the cool thing about this is that it is a dual-ended brush. So on the first side you have a long brush, but on the other side you have an even longer brush, and this is going to be perfect for those lines where you want to do like a really straight line. Because using smaller brushes you will have to concentrate a little bit more, or you'll have to like just put in more work for that longer line. So having an extra long brush like this is going to really help for my designs that I have coming up for my fall sets. But yeah, moving on to the next item is also something new on their website, and this is a pigment palette. It looks just like a makeup palette. It's so cute. It comes with 16 different colors. You see it has the black and white. It has some glitters at the bottom, sort of like a metallic pigment, and then also we have some nudes and some bright colors, the primary red, yellow, and blue. I don't know if you can mix them to make your own color, and honestly it probably would be a mess if you actually tried, but I do love the color choices. I am curious to see if they will come out with new palettes with like different shades. But yeah, the next item I'm going to show are the press-it tips. And again, this is what I'm going to pair with the press-it gel I showed in the beginning of the video. And this is also something I've been really wanting to try because I saw Not Polished Theo use these on her Instagram again, and honestly, I've just been looking for some longer like gel X nails. All of the ones I try are like so small, they're so short, and whenever you have like a square, it's just not long enough for my liking for me to like do a lot of different designs how I would really like to. So when I saw these, I love that they were a little bit longer. However, I was expecting them to be a little, just a tad bit longer, but from the ones I've used already or tried on my channel, they are a little bit longer so that I can appreciate. But yeah, this is how it looks. And for my thumb, I did want to just like show you guys because I know a lot of people always have trouble finding their thumb size. And so this is how it looks on mine. It overlaps on both sides. So if you do have a bigger thumb, this is thumb friendly for you, and I will use it in today's video. So if you want to see how I apply them and how it works, make sure to stay tuned. Now moving on to the last three products I have in my PR package are 3 acrylics. Not polished acrylics are just the best. I've been working with them for a while. They have such a nice buttery texture. In my opinion, they're very beginner friendly because when I started working with them, I was a beginner, and just working with them, it just really helped me because if you use cheap acrylics to practice, you're just not going to get that basic application down because cheaper acrylics where they dry super fast, it just takes more work. So my advice to any beginner who wants to try acrylic, it's just best to just start with the good stuff. I know it is a little bit pricier, but trust me, it is definitely worth it. Not saying you have to go out and splurge on a lot of items. Just get the basics, a clear to encapsulate or like cover colors, like just something you can always do nail art on top of. But yeah, I really love nail polish acrylics. They're honestly my top 3, if not my like overall favorite. But yeah, they sent me these colors here, which are like very sheer and Easter like. I really did love the names of these. I don't know what collection they're from, but the purple was called Lilac Lolly, the green one is called Jelly Bean Dream. And honestly, when I was watching these, I just kept saying that name over and over. Like, it honestly makes me sound so country saying it, like Jelly Bean Dream. It's so funny. But the last one was a pink one. It had a little bit of glitter in it, which is called Sweet Spot. You guys know I love my pinks with a hint of glitter. So yeah, I cannot wait to try these as well. But yeah, here are the swatches. Of course, I'm not going to be using these acrylics just because I feel like these colors are not really in season, and I know you guys would probably want to see the press it tips more than the acrylics. But yeah, these are some really pretty colors, and I also do have a discount code that you guys can use on that Polish website. It will be linked down below. It's either key 15 or key 10. I'm not sure. I have so many like now, so it's just kind of hard to keep up, but all of my discount codes are linked down below along with the link to the website. So the first thing I wanted to do when before I even pick out my sizes, these nails, like honestly, they didn't strike me as gel nails. They honestly just feel like regular plastic tips to me. So I wanted to do the bend test where you bend it. It has like that white cast going down the middle. If you unbend it and it goes back to normal, that basically means you have an authentic gel tip. But as you can see here, I did try it and it just still have like that white cast. I don't know if these are being advertised as gel tips, and I don't know how accurate that little bend test is, but for like the other gels that I clearly see that are gel nails, it always works and the white cast disappears. So yeah, I don't know if these are being advertised as gel tips, but in my opinion, I just think these are just regular plastic nails. And I will have a look on the website once I finish like editing and everything, because I'm not really sure. On the case, it doesn't have like specifically gel, but yeah, that is just what I'm taking in from my first time using them. But yeah, I did go ahead and pick out all of my nail sizes. I did have to do a little bit of customization around the cuticle and just make them a little bit more rounded on some of them. And never be afraid to like customize. You always want to go in and make sure that they fit your nail beds perfect. If not perfect, at least a little bit better than they were before. Even though these nails are supposed to be very quick and easy and fast, always go in and customize them. If they aren't like perfectly fitting, it'll be overall better. So once I did my customization, I am going to start to apply them with the Press It gel. And I'm just going to be doing them just like the regular Gel X nails, adding some into the cuticle area, applying it to my nails at the cuticle, pressing it down, seeing all of that product go up to the tip of my nails, and then cure in the light for about 15 seconds. I don't have a mini flashy light from nail polish, so I did go ahead and pull out my bigger light from them, and I don't use this light as often as I used to, just because it's like really annoying to keep changing like back and forth. So I just use the one that's on my desk, which is most likely always the Kiara Sky. But yeah, this is how I'm curing them. I did decide to give you guys like a wider view so you can see how I'm curing it in the bigger light, which was a lot more difficult because I did prop up one side with the tip case just so that I have a little bit more room to like hold it while putting it into the light. So having a flash curing light or like one of those gooseneck ones is always helpful curing on Gel X nails. But once I got them all applied, I did cure them for another 30 to 60 seconds, just like I always do in my light, to make sure that they are fully secure. And now I'm going to go in and file the sides. I felt like they were a little bit rounded, so I wanted them to be a little bit more straighter, a little bit crispier. I'm also filing the free edge of them. And then of course I had a little bit of spillage, not a lot, but I am going to go around my cuticle and just seal everything in, make it look a lot nicer. And then after going around my cuticles, this is how they are looking. And from how they were before, you can clearly tell that they look a lot better. And for these, I don't know why, but I just got the feeling to buff them. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to buff over the nails just to remove that surface shine. When you are applying gel products, it does help the gel like adhere better. But usually I just go in with my designs, as I do not keep these nails on for long. They're just for the video. But for this set, I did decide to buff over them, and this is what they are looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that dust, and so far I do think I like these. I love the length of them. So if you want to check them out, I'll have them linked down below for you guys. So now getting into the design part of them, I'm going to start out by using one of the gel polishes I showed from this package, which is this pretty baby blue color. It doesn't give too much of a bright blue, it kind of feels like a smoky grayish blue. So I'm just going to start by applying this to my nails. And I am going to do 2 coats of this. I'm going to do all of my nails the same exact way. And since there's not really much to explain on this part, I'm just gonna let you guys watch the design play out as I come back to explain what I'm doing. And I really did love the consistency of them. They weren't really thick, so if you do need to go in with a few more layers with these polishes, you can go in with a few more layers without building it up and making the nails look super thick. So I did like that about them. But yeah, once I cure, I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat. And by the way, if you were wondering, I'm saving my thumb to do an Instagram reel, which is why I'm not going to do it in the YouTube video. But moving on to the next part of this design, I am going to be using the pigment palette. So for the instructions, it says apply 1 layer of matte top coat and cure under UV/LED lamp for 60 seconds. So that is what I'm going to do. I have my matte top coat, and this is not the new one that I unboxed. This is just the one that I've been using. Since it's already open, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this off. So I'm gonna apply this top coat to all of my nails and then cure for 60 seconds. So step 2 says use a sponge applicator to apply the pigment powders, but I'm not going to use a sponge just yet. I did want to go in with a dust brush because I wanted to try to use these pigment powders to create like an aurora effect. I do see this design a lot on Instagram, so you know, just me wanting to keep up with the trends, I wanted to try it on one of my nail sets. And the typical way you would think the Aurora designs is created is using an airbrush. I've seen that. I've also seen it being created with acrylic powder. So I was just curious to see if it would come out right if I use these pigment powders. So you see me just taking this dust brush using that blue, and I'm only concentrating most of the motion right in the center because you want it to look like it's like ombreing out all around it. And that's basically how I'm gonna try to do these. I think it turned out pretty good. It is my first time trying this. I didn't practice like off camera at all. So yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna be doing them. At first I wasn't too sure because like after the first two I was just like, I just know it's not gonna look right. But once I finished all of them, it did start to look a lot more cohesive, so I did get a little bit happy about that. And also you see me go in with a sponge applicator once I'm done using this brush because I did want it to look a little bit more concentrated in the middle. So I'm gonna try to give it a little bit more of a darker effect, which I think it worked. I'm not sure. I kind of see a difference, but not really. So yeah, that's just how I did it. And then once I'm finished, I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of the excess powder, and then I'm gonna go over this with another layer of matte top coat just because I'm gonna be adding some like designs on top of this, and just in case I mess up, I won't wipe away my pigment powder of my Aurora effect. So yeah, here's what it looks like. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove that dust, and then also I'm gonna give my palette a little blow for easy cleanup. I'm putting the film back on top because I want it to stay protected. So I'm just gonna go in with the matte top coat, and I'm making sure not to do too many brush strokes over this because I feel like it will bleed if I rub it in too much or just wait too long in one spot. So I'm doing quick swipes from top to bottom, and then I'm gonna cure in the light. Next, I'm going to be taking this metal embossed gel. I really wanted to use it. And remember when I was unboxing this the first time, I did want to try to include that type of design in this nail set. I'm also going to be using my XL liner brush. And again, I don't know what this design is called, but you guys will probably know what I'm trying to do once you like see it. Like, I don't know what it's called. It's really hard for me, even though it's like really random. It doesn't have to be perfect at all, which is why I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. But I don't know, it is just so hard for me to try that. Yeah, this is how it turned out. I just didn't like it, so I did end up wiping that away. And again, this is the perfect example of why I did add on the matte top coat, because that was not cute at all. I did have to wipe it away, and if I didn't top coat, I would have had to do the pigment powder all over again. Once I did wipe that away, I wanted to try something else. I was looking at inspo on Pinterest, and I saw like this other design that I'm gonna try to do here, but as you can see, it's not looking so great either. So I'm gonna let you guys finish watching this failed attempt. But yeah, this is how it looked. I didn't like it at all. And off camera, I did try a few more other things, but it was just not working. It wasn't the gel. The gel worked so good. I love how it glides on the nail. The consistency was also very great. I think it's just my techniques and like the designs I tried to do, they were just not coming out right. So when in doubt, when it's not working, I just end up going with some squiggles all the way down the nail, doing random swirls. And this is just what I'm gonna do for all of my nails. I did get a little discouraged at first because I thought these squiggle lines were just too plain, but I just went ahead and finished them, and I did really end up loving how they turned out. So yeah, just know when you are having troubles thinking of a nail design, it's not always gonna end up bad. If you have to change things, just go with the flow, add your personal touch on top of it, and just try to be creative. After curing all my squiggles, I did take out some accessory pieces. So I do have these metal like rhinestones, which I did end up pouring out the whole bag just so I can get to the smaller ones at the bottom. And then I also have these little half butterfly charms, which I got from Temu. I'm going to be adding 2 of the blue ones to my nails to create a butterfly, which you'll see me do in a second. But for the silver rhinestones, I'm just going to go in with some top coat, and I'm going to be curing them into the top coat. For my middle finger, I did add my top coat first, and then I'm going to be using some rhinestone glue to add on the like half charms. And I really love the idea of this. Like, it just creates the most cutest butterfly. It was a little difficult though. I feel like my butterfly was kind of crooked, but I still love that personalized touch. And I didn't use the gel that they sent me because using these, they were super heavy, and using that crystal rhinestone glue from Not Polish, it just wasn't thick enough to hold them in place, so I couldn't use it for today's video. When I'm doing a more simple rhinestone placement, I will be using it and testing it out. And then as you can see here, I did go ahead and finish off my thumb for my reel. If you are not following me over on Instagram, make sure that you do go ahead and follow me. Then also, to top off this set, I'm going to be using some of their cuticle oil. Rub that in to re-nourish my cuticles, and this is what the finished nails look like. And I did end up loving this nail set a lot more than I thought I was going to. And like I was saying, I wasn't too sure about those little swirly lines, but I just think it looks so cute overall. The Aurora design in the background, I feel like it turned out really cute. So if you don't have an airbrush, if you struggle using acrylic, if you want this Aurora design on your nails, you can just easily use pigment powders, which I think is so much easier anyway. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of the Not Polish product. Make sure if you are interested in buying anything from them, you use my discount code, which is always down below. And yeah, that concludes today's video. Let me know how you enjoyed the nail set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.